top. Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. Here tonight, I'm going to be making seared scallops and lentils. I'm going to rinse the lentils in a colander here. I have carrots and celery, I have a shallot, I have some garlic, and I have an onion. The lentils are full of nutrients, protein. It certainly can stand alone on its own, so this provides a lot of versatility because you can add another protein, add other sides to your dinner, to your dish, but this is what we've got here. I'm going to do the same with celery. Okay, so I have the carrots and celery, and I'm going to use one onion. So I'm moving here, my roughly minced shallots, and I'm going to now just quickly take a couple of garlic cloves. You want to use pre-cut garlic or garlics that are already peeled, feel free. Your kitchen, your rules. That's what I say. So I've got my garlic nice and chopped here, okay? And then I'm going to head over to the stove and get ready to start sauteing. I'm going to do a swirl of olive oil, coating the pan. I've been heating up my oil a little higher than medium. I'm going to put in my veggies right here. Now I'd like to start with the first layer of flavors, of seasonings, just salt and pepper to start. It starts building that base of flavor. All right, we're going to let this simmer for a little while. 5-10 minutes. I'll just keep stirring it and making sure it's just evenly cooking. It's been about 5 minutes or so, and it's starting to get a little translucent, and things are starting to cook. I can smell the aromas. I'm gonna just put the garlic in for just a quick minute or two before the next step. Okay, it's been about a minute or so, and I'm going to now take the lentils, and I'm going to put the lentils in. Just mixing this up. I'm gonna keep this on that medium to medium high. I'm gonna let this kind of just all marry together a little bit. I'm gonna add some more seasoning. Okay, so what do we got? We have some salt again. I have black pepper. I'm going to add a little thyme. Okay, just gonna give this a minute or so to marry together. A little saute going together here beautifully. I'm going to add white wine. I'm going to do half this bottle, I think. Put this on a little bit of a higher heat, and I want it to cook down where the lentils absorb the wine, and the wine cooks off. You just get the flavor. You see here, the wine is evaporating as we go, and that's what I'm looking to achieve. So good. It's been a good 5 minutes or so that you'll see that the wine is almost fully evaporated. It's in a good place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some chicken broth, and I'm just going to put it in here, and I'm going to let it kind of evaporate a few times till it's all absorbed. Okay, so I'm going to start with this and let this simmer. It's been about, I don't know, 10 minutes, I guess, but this is coming along nicely. There's enough liquid in there so things can cook through. I'm going to add some tomato paste right there. Okay, I'm going to mix this in. So this is nicely incorporated. I just thought I'd like some capers. I'm going to also add a little touch of red wine vinegar, which is going to give it a little bit of a tang. Not too much though. And I'm going to also just add a touch of sugar. With the vinegar, it gives that acidic flavor. I love balancing that with a little sweet. It's just, again, just a sprinkling here. A little more salt. I'm going to add a little more pepper, black pepper. I'm going to do a little bit more thyme. I'm going to add some red crushed pepper, but not too much. And I'm going to wait on the parsley till a little bit after. A little bit of butter. It will provide that a little bit of depth and silkiness and a richness of flavor. This is about, I don't know, a couple tablespoons. I'm going to let this melt in there. And then once I do that, I'm going to then give it some time for the flavors to marry and for me to taste to make sure that they're cooked through. I'll be back in a few minutes and seeing how this is progressing. Look at that. Oh, so yummy. It smells so good. Okay, so I'm going to just take a little taste. Okay, they're not done yet, but I tell you, the depth of flavor, I can taste everything from You know, you've got the tomato, the you know, all the seasonings. You got the little heat element, the little back end of the tang of the vinegar tartness, but then you have that acid, but then you have a little sugar to balance it. The capers give a little bit of a saltiness. Everything is working here, and I don't think much more seasoning is needed. 15 or so more minutes. I added extra chicken broth, and I added a little extra wine. Again, you just go and taste as you go along. So let me just taste one last time. They're good. And the flavor is right on point. This is your finished dish right here. So good. Scallop dinner. I'm gonna put some olive oil, and I'm gonna heat this up. I want a medium-high heat. I have my scallops here. These are wild scallops, called dry scallops, so they're a little sweeter. I made a little parsley, olive oil, lemon drizzle. So I basically just took my mini food processor or a little mini blender, and I just pureed it in there. So this is going to be drizzled over the top. Some salt. So, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on. Hear that sear? We're just going to go a minute or so, 1 to 2 minutes. It's been about 2 minutes or so. I'm going to turn these over. Broke up because they were a little small, but that's okay. This is home cooking. Now, as I'm doing the other side, I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice and butter. Kind of weave it through. So you take your spoon and you kind of just coat top with some butter. Have the caramelization, but also not get overcooked. So we're going to pull them out now. I just turned the second set right there. There's the finished scallops. And let's plate this up. So here are the lentils. Look at that. So look at all the depth of flavor. Then I'm going to take some scallops. There you go. And then take some of this parsley oil, parsley, lemon, olive oil, and a little salt, and just drizzle it on top. And there you have a delicious, made with love, made from home, lentils and scallop dinner. Let's see what Phil thinks. There you have it.
Look at these. I mean, wow. What do you say? Lentils are al dente. And the scallops are crispiness on them. Oh my God, look at this. The flavor is ridiculous. Thank you.
You're welcome.
This is a good meal. What a job. I got a great job.
Thumbs up?
This is ridiculous.
All right.
2 thumbs up. How about that one?
Yes.
2 thumbs up. Ridiculous. Thank you, baby.